really, really spooky story regarding artificial intelligence. Okay, and there are a number of stories like this, really, really sad stuff, even involving teenagers. Young people have been killing themselves with AI. So there's one photo in particular. This is a 16-year-old kid being reported by NBC News. He's a teenager. We can pray for him. He killed himself because of AI. His father said he would be here but for ChatGPT. I 100% believe that. According to the 40-page lawsuit, ChatGPT actively helped this young man explore suicide methods. Despite acknowledging his suicide attempt and his statement that he would do it one of these days, ChatGPT neither terminated the session nor initiated any emergency protocol, and the parents seek, quote, both damages for their son's death and injunctive relief to prevent anything like this from ever happening again. So this kid went into ChatGPT, how can I kill myself? And they said, here are the ways. It's not even the first time this has happened. According to NBC, this legal action comes 1 year after a similar complaint in which a Florida mom sued Character.ai, it's a different AI platform, claiming that one of its AI companions initiated sexual interactions with her teenage son and persuaded him to kill himself. And others and others and others. Here's what OpenAI had to say in their defense. They say, ChatGPT includes safeguards such as directing people to crisis helplines and referring them to real-world resources. While these safeguards work best in common, short exchanges, we've learned over time that they can sometimes become less reliable in long interactions where parts of the model's safety training may degrade. Okay. Yeah, sorry, we tried to prevent this, but sometimes it doesn't work. Just a random piece of equipment is one thing. Sometimes it doesn't work when it is a computer designed to simulate a human being persuading vulnerable kids to kill themselves. Very different scenario. And it reminds us of the ethics of AI and the need for ethics in all of these technological endeavors, which is very scary because we live at a time when we don't take ethics seriously. Think about the people who are building this technology. Are these the most morally grounded people in the world? I don't mean to just like cast stones and stuff. I know we were going after the Satan-worshipping public health official earlier, but it's to that point too. It's to all of this. The people who have political, at the very least, public roles in all of this technology and all of this science don't appear to have very well-formed morality. Whether we're talking about the CDC or whether we're talking about Silicon Valley. They have very weird morality. They do really weird stuff. They're very strange people, and they have strange views about life and death and the soul and the human person and how we relate to the world. And they have a lot of power in their hands right now. At the public health level, they have the power to shut down society and to force you to let your loved ones die alone and to cancel Christmas. Okay, that's a lot of power. And in Silicon Valley, they have the power to convince you that a machine is a human being. And they convince you to worship this machine like a god. How often do you hear, I'm going to ask ChatGPT. I'm going to ask Grok. You know, in some debate on social media now, it's just all, hey, Grok, is this true? Hey, Grok, tell me about this. Hey, Grok, as though we're worshiping this dumb idol. And if we make gods out of these things, these aren't necessarily the best gods. And sometimes they might tell you to kill yourself. And they might give you very morally dubious advice. This is, I'm not really apocalyptic. I know in my line of work, people are always apocalyptic and they're always catastrophizing, and I'm not. But this is really dangerous. If I were inclined to believe I'm living in the end times, it would be because of stuff like this. Because you have a moment where human technology and art and power are vastly accelerating and human morality is vastly degrading. That's a recipe for disaster. That's the story of the Tower of Babel, okay? That's the story. Wow, we're gonna make ourselves into gods. We're gonna reach heaven. We can do it. We can build a tower to heaven. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? And then as morality is degrading, you need an intervention from the real God to prevent bigger problems. That was a great clip. Now stop, ring the bell, subscribe, do it right now. Come on, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. See you next time.